Happy Monday, folks. Quick update on the 5 gallon. So I'm still adjusting my timer, how long I have the lights or the LEDs on in this tank. Starting to see a little bit of algae on the leaves, especially like if you notice this one right here has really got it bad. It's really kind of darker. This, you can see the white rock, it's got a little bit of algae on it. The shrimp will eat the algae, they like the algae. Matter of fact, there's a baby shrimp right here eating algae, and to give you an idea how tiny that is, we're going to go to one of the parents right up there. Matter of fact, there's two side by side. There's a tiny one here, and then there's the adult. So, wow, they get a lot bigger. But, all the plants in here are doing pretty well. Let me pull back so you can see the whole thing. Crypts don't really need light that much. Hopefully I can't kill them with light, because if I can, I might be giving them too much light. But this plant right here is doing the best. If you remember our earlier video, there was just a little bit of a leaf going about right here. It's crawled all the way to almost to the front of the glass, and it's crawled this way since I put that in, and you can see the runners. It's really starting to run, and it's just a happy plant. And you can see like the bigger leaves here on the tips doing very well. The trident fern right here's showing some good growth as well. Let me try to get that focus for you. But this tank's doing well. This Rickia flutens grows really weird when it's in the water like that. Kind of does a factorial. It's hanging on, and it looks like some of this microsword. See, my microsword has algae on it, and that's a bad sign. They just get algae easy, I feel. So I need to cut the. I've got the timer on too long for my lights. I need to cut it down. Everything else is doing well, and I'm trying to keep this stuff from growing anywhere else. The Christmas moss, because it's kind of a kudzu. It'll just take over. But that's it on the 5 gallon. Let's jump over really quick to the 120, and like the book back there, that's a good read, by the way. Anyway, all right, just want to show you, if you remember, I added some German blue rams, and this guy is amazing. I'm going to try to post this in 1080p today, but the color on this guy, he is stellar. So that's, and you don't usually see them like this in the store, because what happens is you have a bunch of them in the tank, and with a cichlid like that, they won't color up unless they're the dominant male. And of course, they also need to be happy, stress-free environment, and eating some good food. And speaking of good food, I went to Cobalt Aquatics last week, and the nice people there, Randy, if you're watching, thanks so much. He fixed me up with, there's a toothbrush right there to give you an idea, but he fixed me up with some food. And I can't tell you what's in that silver canister until next month. But ask me about it. If you ask me about it now, all you're going to hear is crickets, because I'm not going to say a word. But on this other fine food they're making, their food has probiotics, and this is basically, I don't know how to describe it. It's not really like a yeast, but it's basically a microorganism type thing that can get in your gut and help you stay healthy. This stuff's actually in a lot of the yogurt. If you get the really good yogurt, this type of stuff is in it. The probiotics, very healthy stuff. As a matter of fact, I read a link the other day about some research on it, and I will actually link it in the header info on this type of stuff. But it's in all their food. This pellet it's a heavier concentrate, very high density, and here's the flakes as well. And very, very good stuff. Randy, thanks so much for that. He also gave me a heater, and before I had even seen Randy, I had gotten some of this at the pet store because one of the gurus there said this is good stuff. So, but Cobalt's going to actually sponsor a little tournament for me, or a contest on the channel, and I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it. But anyway, 120's doing well. It's really opened up over here since I cut the runner of the swords out. This plant that I got from the aquatic show is doing really good. I got new growth down here, down low. The water sprite's slowly coming back as well. The wisteria, I cut a big chunk out of it, and you can't even tell. And the stargrass that I've put in this tank is doing really good right in here. And I've even got some back in there where that discus is hiding, and then some right here. And I just think that stargrass is a pretty plant. I really do. That and hairgrass, when hairgrass gets rolling, nice to see. But that's kind of it on the 120. On the 33, I know everybody's worried about these shrimp. The shrimp are fine. The puffer, I don't think, knows it can eat shrimp. I don't even know that it knows it can eat snails, because I have a lot of snails and I haven't fed it today, and I'm hoping that it's going to go after a snail. And it's looking around for food, but it doesn't seem to be, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually crush a snail and see if I can't kind of lead it to the trough to drink, if that makes sense. We'll see. I'm really hoping. If anybody knows how to get a puffer to really like snails, let me know. Maybe I should dip them in garlic or something. I'm not sure. But this little guy's a really neat little fish, but it prefers bloodworms right now, so, which isn't really helping me on the snail population. This heater's doing great. Love this heater. Love the digital readout. It's keeping things very stable. And pretty soon I'm actually just going to pull that thermometer out, but I haven't noticed any issues with that. And this is the new sword that I added the other day from one of those runners that I gave, that was over in here in this area, if you go look in a previous video about a week or so. But anyway, these plants are doing well. There's pulling out on the 33. Here's pulling out on the 120. And you've already seen the 5-gallon. But hey, happy Monday, and gonna have Cobalt sponsor a contest, and I just got to figure out how to do it and have the rules, and we'll see. Who knows? Maybe they'll maybe I can get Randy to give away a heater, which I'm really happy with, by the way. So trying to figure it out how to do the contest. I really want it so that you know, if you've got money and you can go buy this stuff and you win something, fine. But I know there's a lot of college kids and, you know, young people that are living with their parents, and $20 is a lot of money. So anyway, trying to figure out how to split it up between the people with real jobs and professionals that, you know, have a lot of money to throw at their tank versus somebody who's just doesn't, you know, can't do a lot. You know, if you're in college, I mean, it's a tough time. I remember those days. You know, you had a $20 bill and you had to make it last a week. So anyway, we're going to figure out how to make it fair for those that are on the mac and cheese plan, which I used to be once when I was a kid, so I know how that works. But hey, you guys, thanks for watching. Happy Monday, and I'll talk to you soon. Later.